This is my first YouTube video, so I can still remember my hands literally shaking as I hit record that first time, sitting alone in my office, trying to talk to a camera like it was just totally normal. But I got through it, I uploaded it, and nobody even watched it. I knew consistency was the name of the game, but it really felt like I was going nowhere for the first year. Fast forwarding to now, I know a thing or two about YouTube. Now, I am no Alex Hormozy, but I've definitely built a pretty successful business through video. And here's the most backwards thing that I've learned about YouTube, especially for business owners. The harder you try to get views, the less likely you are to get clients. After wasting months creating the exact kind of content that was killing my chances of success, I realized this was the big mistake I was making. So I flipped the entire approach upside down and everything changed. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the content pivot that I made that finally got my ideal client's attention, how you can tell if your channel's actually succeeding even if the numbers look bad, and I'll even show you how to turn low view videos into high paying clients. But to see why I failed in those early days, we actually need to go back a step before I actually started on YouTube at all. So back around 2010, I was a freelance web designer living in LA, and I was absolutely crushing Google search. I mean, I was consistently ranking in the top 3 spots for my money keyword phrase, web design Los Angeles. And the phone was ringing constantly. But here's the thing, and this part took me way too long to figure out. Those calls weren't turning into the kinds of clients that I actually wanted, you know? Sure, I was getting a ton of leads, but most of them would just get sticker shock at my prices. They'd question every part of my process and basically treat me like I was just another commodity designer that they found on Google, because that's exactly what I was to them, just another search result. Then things got even worse when I moved here to Chicago. I was the new kid on the block in a market where everyone else had been building up their SEO for years. I couldn't crack the top 20 in Google search no matter what I tried, and my leads pretty much just dried up. I knew I needed to do something and fast. So that's when I decided to give YouTube a shot, right? I saw lots of people that I looked up to, like Andy Crestodina and Derek Halpern, doing really helpful short videos that got decent views. So I figured if I couldn't compete on Google anymore, maybe I could build something on YouTube instead. But I made a classic rookie mistake. I started copying all those marketing gurus I saw crushing it on YouTube. You know, I was making videos with curiosity-based titles like "Sell More Faster with this weird secret" and 13 things to remove from your website immediately. Because I saw people further along than me having success with titles like those, and I'm a really big believer in just modeling what I know already works. So I threw myself into it, making videos like "1 simple tip to writing web copy that sells" and "Is your website working against your marketing?" And after so many hours recording, editing, and just obsessing over every little detail of my first 12 videos, guess how many views I had? 47. Not 47,000, not even 4,700, just 47 across all those videos. And I still can remember sitting there staring at those numbers, feeling like I had completely failed, right? The worst part wasn't even the low numbers, it was just seeing other channels grow while mine stayed in the same place. But then I was listening to a podcast one day and I heard someone say something that should have been so obvious to me from the start. YouTube isn't just a video platform, it's actually the second largest search engine in the world. And that's when it hit me. I had spent years mastering Google search in LA, understanding exactly what people were typing in when they needed a web designer. But here I was on YouTube chasing viral views instead of doing what I already knew worked, showing up where people were actually looking for help. So I completely changed my approach. Instead of trying to create these viral-worthy videos about 1 simple tip or the secret to marketing, I started making videos with titles that matched exactly what business owners were typing into YouTube search. Simple stuff like how to find a web designer and how much does a website cost in 2018. Now, these weren't sexy titles, they weren't gonna go viral, but something interesting started happening. Instead of getting thousands of random views from people who were, never gonna hire me anyway, I started getting dozens of views from exactly the right people, business owners who are actively looking for someone like me. And the quality of these leads, night and day compared to my old Google search leads, because here's what I didn't really expect. By the time someone hopped on a call with me, they usually had watched 4 to 5 of my videos already. So they weren't just ringing up some random search result anymore, they were reaching out to someone they already knew and trusted. Suddenly, the pricing conversations were way different. The endless revision requests stopped. People weren't second guessing my process anymore because they'd already bought into my approach through my videos. And the best part, I didn't need thousands of views to make it work. And this isn't unique to me, by the way. This is Justin Ziegler. He's an attorney in Florida. He puts out these really simple, really short videos every week, and we're talking under 6 minutes. And most of his videos get maybe 500 views tops. Now, if you're chasing YouTube fame, that might sound disappointing, but here's the thing, Justin's not trying to be a YouTube star, right? He's trying to get clients for his law practice. Think about it, when someone's looking for a lawyer, they're probably gonna need thousands of dollars worth of legal help. So Justin doesn't need millions of views. He just needs the right people to find his videos when they're actually looking for legal help. And because they get to know him through his videos before they ever call, they're just way more likely to turn into clients. In fact, Kevin Kelly, one of the founders of Wired magazine, wrote an essay back in 2007 that would change how we think about online success forever. He introduced this really interesting concept called 1,000 true fans. The idea being that you don't need millions of followers to make a living online. You just need that small group of really dedicated supporters. But what Kelly couldn't have predicted was how platforms like YouTube would make this concept even more powerful for service businesses. Because even though he was talking about needing 1,000 true fans, I actually discovered that with the right approach on YouTube, you might only need 50 or 100 to completely transform your business. This is what I wish I'd understood from the start. YouTube success looks very different for a service business than it does for a content creator or a, quote, influencer. Once I stopped trying to go viral and started focusing on showing up in search results for my ideal clients and my ideal clients only, that's when everything changed. YouTube went from being this really frustrating place where I was constantly chasing views to becoming an incredible tool that basically pre-sold my services for me. But after consistently making these search-based videos for a while, it started to get even better because YouTube started to figure out exactly who my videos were for. Service business owners looking for help with their marketing and their websites. Once that happened, I could finally start succeeding with the type of content that I had been failing with in the beginning. See, there are actually 2 main buckets of content on YouTube. Those early videos that I made that nobody watched, the ones about one simple tip and secrets to marketing, those were what we'd call discoverable content, right? These are videos that YouTube suggests to people on their homepage, even when they're not searching for anything specific. Those are your viral video opportunities. And I totally flopped with them because YouTube had no idea who they were for in the beginning. But then I pivoted to the second bucket, search-based videos. These are the ones that show up when someone's actively looking for answers to specific questions. And that's what finally started working for my small channel. So by consistently showing up in search results, I was basically teaching YouTube, hey, these are the types of people who find my content helpful. Only after that, after I'd built up this foundation of search content that was consistently reaching the right people, could I then successfully go back to making those discoverable videos. Now when I make a more curiosity-based title, like, one simple tip to writing web copy that sells, YouTube actually knows exactly who to show it to. Business owners who'd been watching similar content about websites and marketing who are just really likely to like that video too. This was a game changer for me. So now that YouTube understood my audience, I could start making videos about things that my ideal clients might not even know to search for yet. Instead of just how much does a website cost, I could make videos like How good is your About Us page? Or the one thing most service businesses get wrong about their website. And here's the real power of this two-part approach. With search-based videos, you're showing up exactly when someone's looking for answers to their specific problems. But with discoverable content, YouTube can introduce your expertise to potential clients who might not even know to search for you yet. It's two different ways to reach your ideal clients. One, when they're actually actively looking, and one when YouTube just knows they're a good candidate for your business. Because let's face it, YouTube's pretty smart like that. So what should you actually be focusing on when you get started? We know you should focus on search, but what exact search-based videos should you be making? Well, the way I made this work in my early channel days was pretty straightforward. I started with the absolute basics, pure FAQ videos answering the most common questions that all my clients were always asking. You know, things like, how much does a website cost? Or how long does it take to build a website? These were questions I was getting asked literally every single client call. Then once I'd covered all the obvious FAQs, which took a couple months, I moved into what I call the how-to phase, right? These were still search-based videos, but slightly more involved, you know, how to get Google reviews or how to rank in Google Maps. The key was staying in this search-based content zone for at least 6 months. It was probably closer to 8 months in my case. You know, I needed to give YouTube enough time to really understand what my channel was about and who it was helping. And here's something crucial I learned. Don't rush through these topics just to, check them off your list. I used to think I needed to keep my videos short and snappy because everyone seems to have these really short attention spans now, right? But I learned that my audience actually preferred longer, more detailed content. You know, when someone's searching YouTube for help with their business website, they're not just looking for a quick surface level answer. They can get those from ChatGPT or Perplexity these days, right? They are looking for real expertise and experience and wisdom from someone who's been there. So I started going deeper with each video, often hitting 15 or 20 minutes, sharing specific examples from my client work, breaking down my exact process, really letting my experience shine through. And what's cool is these longer videos actually performed better because while someone might only need 2 minutes to learn what a website costs, they're gonna stick around for 20 minutes or longer to learn what really goes into that from someone who knows their stuff and can show them exactly how everything works. That's the secret sauce here. These longer videos give people a chance to really get to know you, your expertise, and your approach to doing things. By the time they book that call with you, they've already spent maybe an hour or two watching your content. They've heard your stories, they've learned from your experiences, and they already trust in your expertise. But if you want to do this right and get clients from YouTube way faster than it takes most businesses, I've got the exact blueprint you need. So click right here to save a spot in my free video masterclass, How to Attract Unlimited Clients from YouTube. It's my 4-secret system for service providers to predictably generate leads and clients every single day just by making simple weekly YouTube videos without ever needing to go viral. So click here, and I cannot wait to show you how I did it and how you can do it too.